Okay, I kind of have an idea for what I want to do. Not really, but kind of. Just bear with me on this one. I'm going to take a little bit of the Milk Makeup Cooling Water Stick. I'm going to use this mainly underneath my eyes. My eyes have been very dry lately, so my concealer's not been looking too hot. If you're doing your own makeup on your wedding day, definitely prep the skin beforehand. Make sure you're moisturized, skin is plump, especially the under eye area, because we don't want no creasing. Okay, next product, definitely not necessary, but I'm feeling a little pasty right now, so I'm going to add a bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Unisex Healthy Glow. This is an awesome product. It basically gives your face and your skin some color, just some glow. It also just has this really unique way of blurring the skin. I think it is such a genius product. And it's kind of been hiding out in my drawer. I haven't been using it as frequently. But, you know, if you don't have this product or don't have any interest in using it, then you can always just use your standard primer. For foundation today, we are using my favorite, which is Charlotte Tilbury's Light Wonder. Honestly, if I could go back in time, if I would have discovered this foundation when I got married, then I probably would have worn this on my wedding day. Don't get me wrong, I love Makeup Forever Ultra HD. I think it's probably a more versatile option than the Charlotte Tilbury one, but oh, I just got a fresh color. This is my winter color, and it is just perfect for me. But there's just something about this foundation that is so effortlessly beautiful. If you do have problems with oily skin or your foundation staying on, it's probably not going to be the best option for you. But I have several other bridal videos where you can check out some other formulas that I would recommend. Before we go any further, I think I want to do a really matte eye look and one where the inner corners are just really bright matte, like a cream color. So I'm going to go ahead and take some Tarte Shape Tape, some really full coverage light concealer, and I'm going to conceal out my eyelids. This is not something I would do on a normal basis, but I kind of have an idea for the eye look, and so this is going to be a crucial step. So I'm just going to take some really light full coverage concealer, and I'm just going to conceal my eyelids. To make the brighter eyes and the concealer just a little bit more cohesive, I'm actually just going to carry that same concealer underneath my eye. I am not going to go crazy with this stuff because it can get a little heavy really fast. And then I'm just going to take a little blending brush and we're just going to softly blend this out. Never asked this in a bridal video, but what is the foundation that you wore on your actual wedding day? I feel like that's a really interesting topic. Or what foundation did your makeup artist use on your wedding day? Okay, so now I'm just going to take a concealer that's my actual skin tone. I'm just going to go over a few blemish areas or a few areas that are a little bit on the red side. I'm using the bareMinerals Bare Pro Concealer. This is such a good concealer. A little bit of contour. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. This is the fair light shade, and I think I just pushed way too much up in the tube. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a time blending this out. I'm actually going to set my face with a little bit of the Mercier translucent powder. I never use this to set my face. I kind of got tired of the hype around it, and then I got a new jar of it recently, and I've just been using it very sparingly on my face, and I just forgot how well it really does lock in makeup. So that's what I'm setting my face with. I'm kind of back on board with it, but I'm just using the smallest amount. We're not baking or any of that crazy stuff. Simply just gonna set the face. And speaking of that, she came out with the new Glow translucent powder, and I've actually been enjoying it as well. So what I've been doing is pretty much directly after I set my face with the original, I'll go in with a little bit of this Glow powder, and it really does just offer this lovely sheen to the skin. So if you feel like you kind of lost your glow with the powder, you can just go back in with the translucent Glow, and it actually looks really good. It's kind of like a new method, two-step method that they came up with, and I have to agree, it's a pretty genius way to lock the makeup in place but then add glow back to your skin. This is also a really great product if you aren't into the traditional high shine, glittery, shimmery highlighters, because this one has just like a lovely candlelit glow to it. Cool, so now I'm taking a bit of Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is one that just matches my skin really well right now. I can't remember if I used this on my actual wedding day. I want to say I did. I know there's one particular Physicians Formula product that I used on my wedding day, and I think this was it, but I could be wrong. Regardless, it is a great bronzer. Goes on really, really smooth, affordable, and yeah, it just has like a great color to it. I think it comes in a couple different shades. I definitely think I'll be going for a warmer lip and also warmer eye, so I want to keep the blush pretty neutral. I'm going to take a bit of the NudeStix Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil. I love these. This one is in the shade Pixi. It's just a super soft, neutral toned lip or cheek color. And I'm just going to pop that on mainly the apples of my cheeks, but I'm going to bring it up just to blend into, obviously, the rest of my face. Finally, for just that hyper realistic glow, I'm going to add a touch of Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Hollywood Filter all over my face. The Laura Mercier translucent powder can really mattify down the skin. So it's important that if you don't want a super matte look, you kind of go in and you add different textures on top of that. So for example, I just used a cream blush, which brings some just more liveliness back into the skin, and then using a liquid or a cream highlighter like this, just really subtly across the skin, will also kind of take away from the matte look, but it's not going to disrupt where you obviously sat your makeup in the first place. All right, so did the brows off camera. Now we're going to get into eyes. I'm going to be working from the Sigma Warm Neutrals Volume 2 palette, and we're mainly just going to be using like the warmer brown matte tones in here. I'm first going to start out with this matte cream color. It's called Humble. It's just almost like a cream matte shade, and I'm just going to take that on. This is a 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush from Zoeva. I'm just going to pack that on the inner corner of my eye mainly because that's where I want the brightness to stand out the most. So this is going to seem like a weird step, but I promise it will make sense in the end. I'm going to take a brown eyeliner. This one is Demolition from Urban Decay, and I'm just really lightly going to start lining my eyes. I'm kind of just laying down a base for the next step, which you'll see in just a second. But I'm just taking a really thin line and I'm just going to kind of blend that in with my finger. Then I'm going to take After Hours, which is this nice neutral brown, on a little smudger brush. And I'm going to start smudging that brown basically where we put the eyeliner. So after I get that shadow laid down, I'm basically going to start extending this shadow upward, almost as if we're going to do like a winged look, but we're kind of going to turn it into something fun. So once you get this wing shape going, you're actually going to start bringing it in. So I've done this eye partially. It's not fully done, but you can kind of see where I've extended outward, and then I've just kind of softly started bringing that in, almost as if we're going to do a cut crease. It's not going to be that dramatic, I promise. But this is kind of the look you want to go for, and then we'll go from there. Now that we've kind of just got this general shape going, we need to do a little bit more blending. So I'm going to take a larger blending brush. This one is a Zoeva Luxe Petite Crease. I'm going to pick up that same brown, and I'm kind of just going to go in and do some back work and just kind of soften this up to where it's not such a, you know, straight up cut crease. All right, so I couldn't really explain what I was doing here, so I'm just going to let the camera roll. Basically, we're creating this very mod looking eye, very elongated. It's not necessarily a cat eye, but you're going to have a lot of light space on the inner corner and basically almost like a half cut crease. So I just took that same brown the entire way through this, and I just specifically carved out this particular shape for my eyes. Now you may have to practice this several times if this is a look that you think you might be interested in. I think this would be perfect for those of you who are more like boho brides, or if you're kind of going for that like really modern industrial look. But I'm going to take a little bit more of that brown, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of connect my bottom lash line to the top, not doing anything crazy here. And I just want to take a little bit of shadow on my lower lash line as well. Okay, so my Sephora Fringe lashes were kind of shot. I found these instead. They're also a Sephora collection. I can't remember what they're called, but obviously I'll have them listed down below. They're good. You know, nice, natural, wispy. So let's move on to the lips. I have been harboring this guy for months now. I tried it once and I was so disappointed. I just shoved it in my lip drawer and I haven't went back to it since. But I want to try it again. It's the Fenty lip, what are these called? Stunna lip paints. And this one's in Unbuttoned. So I was really excited for this. And then I tried it on myself and it just didn't look good. I'm going to try it with a lip gloss today. So I'm going to line my lips with MAC's Oh Honey Pro Longwear Lip Pencil. Then I'm going to put Unbuttoned on, and then I'm going to top it with some type of lip gloss, and I'm hoping that I'll like it better. Okay, so what do you think? Should I keep the lip matte? I feel like the Mod Bride would have just a nice classic matte lip. I actually like this lip color the second time around, and I think it's because I took a little detailer brush and I applied it a little bit more on the lighter side. The last time I used this, I just completely just applied it straight on, and it kind of turned out looking really brown on me, but it looks a lot better, a lot more true to color. So I'm kind of a fan of it. I like it now. But my heart is telling me to put gloss on, but then I'm also kind of like, I don't know. A mod bride isn't going to have like a super glossy lip. So let's leave it at this. We know it'll look, a little shinier with the gloss, but overall, this is the look. I hope you enjoyed it. It has been a long time since I've done a bridal look, and this is definitely not a conventional bridal look, but if you're looking for some conventional bridal looks, I have so many on my wedding playlist. I've got natural, I've got drugstore, I've got smoky, you name it, it's probably on there. So I wanted to do something fun and out of the box for those of you who might be, going for like a really modern wedding, or this would even be really cool for like a flower power 70s wedding. And if anybody asks how I did my hair, I literally just took it and there's a scrunchie like in the back of my head right here. Like it's nothing. I always get asked about my hair. I just put it up and try to make it look messy. So that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this look. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them down below, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.